Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the 101 Questions of AI. I'm Michelle, and here today with Luca, and we are going to talk about a more technical question, a buzzword that you guys may have heard, and that is federated learning. So Luca is going to explain to us exactly what federated learning is. Luca?
Michelle, federated learning is a great new way of doing machine learning that is privacy friendly. Let me step back 1 second and let me recall how machine learning works in 20 seconds. Let's see if I can do that. Well, typically on whatever machine learning algorithm, you want to collect data, okay? You want to label it, and then the algorithm does the magic. It trains a model, which means that we are able to encapsulate the information contained in the data and the labels in the model and take decisions, make forecasts, understand what's in an image, if there's a dog, if there's a cat, tracking faces, and so on and so forth. Federated learning changes this paradigm because instead of, or rather than bringing data to the model, we distribute the model and we perform the training locally in multiple devices. Let me give you an example of this fully decentralized architecture and system. We could think about collecting data on typing patterns on mobile phones and have a model that predicts words. Okay. That's exactly that's the perfect scenario in which a traditional machine learning model would involve sucking out of your phone, Michelle, all the stuff that you're typing, bringing it to a server, and then train the algorithm with that content sourced by millions of users.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
The federated learning way is much more respectful of data and data ownership because it would run into your phone and your data would stay there.
All right. That's it's pretty useful. And it is like very privacy friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there is, as you probably can imagine, the devil is in the detail because there's a lot of very specific points where, this architecture has its own complications. But there are three main steps about federated learning algorithms and the approach. The first step is the pre-training step. So you want to have a model that is trained at a global level. So you want that model to be acting as a baseline. So you want then to distribute that model to your client devices. So in this case, it's actually in the case of the word predictor in your mobile phone, you would get into your mobile phone the instance of the pre-trained model. And like you, millions of users of Google, for instance, would get that model. Second step would be the decentralized training. So the local copy of the baseline model would be used as a starting point to then retrain more models, always on your local device with the data that you will create every day. Make sense?
All right. Yes.
Any questions? So far, so good?
So far, so good. Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting there because the third step is the aggregation step. In this third step, your mobile phone would broadcast in a differential way the model updates. Let me walk you through this concept, which is actually very simple. What I'm saying here is whenever the federated learning retrains a model on your phone, it would broadcast to the central server that updated model, so that the learnings that were extracted in your device can be combined with the learnings and the information that is modeled from all the other devices belonging to the federated network. And as you know, the sum of all these little nuggets of data and information then gets aggregated into a much bigger and much more powerful model at an architecture level.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's quite clear. So the learning happens locally and then it gets updated. So I would imagine like if my phone is new, right, and I start using it for a week, right? By the end
Yes,
of this week, it would have learned new things and it would just keep that data. And then in the second week, it would have learned new things and it would add that to the data from the first week. Is that right?
100%. That's exactly how it works. And this is an iterative process that
Mm-hmm.
continues and goes on and on and on and on. So whenever you're learning something, you're broadcasting to the big model, to the
Mm-hmm.
central model, and then the central model actually comes back to you, and you get all the benefits of your learning and the learnings of your peers.
That's very interesting. Um, you were saying, sorry, you were saying
Yeah,
something?
no, I was saying that this is, I'm a strong believer of this technology because the benefits are clear. You don't need to soak in the cloud all your data
Mm-hmm.
to, power machine learning algorithms. So this is, I think, uh, the future of responsible AI.
All right. I guess my question is slightly like close to that point of yours. Do you see a future where federated learning is going to be the standard? Is that a possibility? Are there like, is that a cost to doing that? Or,
Yeah, there is certainly a cost, but there are applications, for instance, in
mhm.
banking. I think this will become the standard within the next 5 years.
All right, that's very promising.
Well, thank you, Michelle. Thanks a lot
Hmm.
for organizing this episode, and I hope that we're going to have another episode on maybe examples of federated learning
Indeed.
because again we strongly believe this is going to be the future. So thank you for listening, guys. Thanks for your attention, and we will see you in the next episode.
Thank you.